What if I told you that the most thrilling, the most vibrant, and the most authentically you chapter of your life isn't a memory? It's happening right now. We've been sold a story for decades, a story that our prime has an expiration date, that our adventures are meant for photo albums, not for our present moments. But a powerful shift is happening. A generation is rewriting the rules, and they're doing it with a sparkle in their eye and an unshakable belief that life is meant to be lived, not just remembered. Today, we're not just looking at a couple of fun news stories. We're decoding a blueprint for a life lived out loud. And it all starts with a wild costume and a stunning swimsuit photo that stopped the internet in its tracks. Let's begin with Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos. Now, if you've seen the headlines, you've seen their 2025 Halloween getup. It was bold, it was intricate, it was, well, wild, just as the paper said. But I want you to look past the feathers, the makeup, the outrageous details. I want you to see what's really happening here. This isn't just a celebrity couple playing dress-up. This is a masterclass in what I call playful partnership. Think about it. How many couples, after decades of marriage, after building careers, raising families, and navigating life's countless challenges, fall into a comfortable but perhaps predictable rhythm? The adventure can sometimes fade into the background, replaced by the quiet hum of routine. But Kelly and Mark, they are actively choosing adventure. They are co-conspirators in joy. This elaborate costume is a testament to a shared commitment to not let the world become gray. It's a promise to each other to keep creating, to keep laughing, to keep surprising one another. It takes energy, creativity, and a wonderful dose of silliness to do what they do. They are reminding every single one of us that the fire of a relationship isn't just kept alive by grand gestures on anniversaries, but by the consistent, joyful decision to play together. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? When was the last time you and your partner did something purely, delightfully, unpredictably fun? Not a scheduled dinner date, but something that made you both feel like mischievous teenagers again. That spirit is a renewable resource, and it's available to us all. But this commitment to living joyfully doesn't stop at the front door, and as we're about to see, it sometimes requires bearing a little more than just your soul. Which brings us perfectly to a photograph that caused quite the stir. Laura Spencer, glamorous as ever, posing in a swimsuit by her pool. The sun was shining, her smile was radiant, and the caption was cheerful. But the internet, in its infinite wisdom, had questions. The biggest one? Why was it Today Show host, of all people, popping up in her comment section with such warmth and support? This, my friends, is where the story gets truly profound, because the real headline here isn't the swimsuit. Let's be very clear. The real story is the chorus of support from other powerful and successful women. This wasn't just a photo, it was a statement, and the response was a powerful echo of that same statement. For too long, women of a certain age have been told, subtly and not so subtly, to recede, to cover up, to step aside and make room, to become quieter, smaller, less visible. Laura Spencer, in that single, unapologetic pose, rejected that entire outdated narrative. She wasn't posing for a beauty contest. She was embodying vitality. She was saying, "This is my body. This is my life. This is my beautiful backyard, and I am thriving in it." And when another prominent woman in media, a colleague, and in the competitive world of television, a potential rival, publicly cheers that on, that is revolutionary. It signals a seismic shift from competition to collaboration, from comparison to celebration. It tells us that our value is not diminished by another's light. In fact, our collective light shines brighter. This is about claiming your space, your joy, your right to feel beautiful and strong in your own skin, at any age. It's a declaration that your life is not a museum piece to be admired from afar, but a living, breathing, vibrant work of art. And this act of personal declaration, as we'll discover, is the very seed from which a truly remarkable future can grow. So we have the playful partnership of Kelly and Mark and the radiant, unapologetic self-love of Laura Spencer. Two seemingly different stories, but I believe they are two sides of the very same priceless coin. One is about the joy we cultivate with another, and the other is about the strength we claim for ourselves. Together, they form a powerful recipe for this unstoppable season of our lives. The question now is, how do we translate this from our screens into our own lives? You don't need a designer Halloween costume or a photographer by your pool. You simply need a decision. A decision to inject a little more play and a little more pride into your everyday. Maybe your costume is finally signing up for that line dancing class you've been curious about. Maybe it's surprising your partner with tickets to a concert for a band you loved in your 20s. And your unapologetic pose might be finally speaking your mind in a family meeting. It could be wearing the bright red dress you've been saving for a special occasion to a simple Tuesday lunch. It's about refusing to let your spirit be dictated by a number on a birthday card. The most appropriate thing for your age is whatever makes your heart sing. You have earned this. You have earned the right to be the main character in your own story again. Not just the grandparent, the retiree, the former executive, but the adventurer, the lover, the artist, the joyful, vibrant human being who is still very much in the game. Kelly and Mark are playing together, Laura is standing proudly in her own power, and they are all asking us one simple, breathtaking question. A question that has the power to redefine everything that comes next. The question is, what unforgettable role will you choose to play in this, your magnificent, unstoppable season? So the next time you see that photo of Laura and Hoda, don't just scroll past it. See it for what it really is, a reminder that laughter is timeless, that friendship is medicine, and that confidence, real confidence, doesn't come from age or appearance, it comes from gratitude. If this story reminded you that your best days can still be ahead, tell us in the comments what moment recently made you feel truly alive. Like this video if you believe that confidence only grows with time, and share it with a friend who's learning to love every season of her life. And subscribe for more uplifting stories that celebrate strength, grace, and joy right here every day.